if I take a look at the lens shader, you'll notice that quite a number of these parameters are actually texture mappable. See I got the little plug thing, and what I wanted to do now, you'll notice too, is if you pick your camera and you go to get property texture projection, you won't create adequate mapping coordinates for you to map anything to it in any sort of useful way. So what I wanted to do is kind of demonstrate how to create how to map things into these ports. So the way you do that is in the render tree. You can go to get texture space generator, and I will usually set this to use screen space. And for instance, if I want to have a map lookup, like a texture map, I can create an image lookup, and I'll just create a new texture here, nice simple one, and I'll plug that. Let's see, into the color port, and I'll plug this into the coordinate of the map lookup. So if I render this, I'm going to turn off 3D geometry just so I can see this a little bit better. You can see that it's now accepting my texture map as input for the color of the ink at the lens shader level. Now, a situation where this would be convenient is if I've got a fairly large scene with all sorts of materials and clusters and things like that, and if I needed to, say, map something through a camera projection, for instance, and depending on the situation, it may be easier to plug things directly into the lens shader, because if I've got a lot of objects, got a lot of materials, clusters, things like that, it could be horribly inconvenient to have to pick things, create a camera projection, plug this into that port, and it may just be a lot easier to stick it directly in the lens shader.